What's going on, guys? It's Eric again, back with another video. I watched the 2018 AFL Grand Final, which AFL is the Australian Football League, because it was recommended there on Reddit of all places. Actually, how this all came about was I was on Reddit, and I said, hey, a lot of sports just isn't here just yet, and this was back before baseball and the NBA and NHL started. Excuse me. And I said, hey, what are some games that I can do? Because I knew that the Australian Football League was having games played. Also, New Zealand Rugby was actually going on there, which I didn't go on that site and ask them where I could pick up games there either. But they said, hey, Eric, you might want to go ahead and try watching the 2018 Grand Final for the Australian Football League. It's a really good game. I think you would be able to enjoy it. So I said, okay. So last night I kind of got on YouTube and streamed it right to my television and watched the AFL Grand Final. And I got to say, guys, for an American not knowing really a whole lot about Australian football, just seeing the action and happen and how all the game played out, it was a really, really good game. Probably one of the best sports contests in recent memory, at least for me. And that's even watching it from a perspective of being an American and knowing the National Football League, which is American football, Major League Baseball, which is over here in the States. You have NHL, National Hockey League, and you also have the NBA, the National Basketball Association, which I think kind of the world kind of knows about that with all the players that they kind of travel around the world in. But I actually kind of seen this. I'm like, wow, this is a really, really good match. This was against the West Coast Eagles and the Collingwood Football Club. I'm kind of looking at my computer right here. And kind of how it all started out was Collingwood actually kind of raced out into a pretty good lead with a 3 or 4 goal lead. And a goal at this point is like 6 points. And you have, I'll call them uprights. I don't necessarily know if that's the right term. Uprights of one to the left and kind of one to the right. And if you get it through those, it's a point. And I can't remember what those are called. They said it on the television, but I can't really remember what that term is. Anyway, so they kind of jumped out into the lead, excuse me, and they kind of kept that pressure on them, and then the West Coast Eagles kind of kept coming back and slowly coming back, and then they actually ended up into the third quarter actually tying the game up, which I guess was kind of a rare deal over there. I don't think there's very many tie games, especially in a grand final like this, or the championship game is what a grand final is. Kind of went over there. I guess that was somewhat of a big deal over there. I don't know. This is only my second or third real time watching this. So I'm sitting here watching this. I'm like, man, this is actually not a bad game. It's pretty good. And then Collingwood kind of went ahead 2 goals, and then the West Coast Eagles kind of kept grinding and kind of coming back, and then went in the last 2 minutes. I can't remember which player it was. I'm really not all down with the names just yet, only because I haven't watched it enough to know who all the names of the players are. I guess there's an American over there. Was Cox, I believe it was. He was from Texas. A pretty tall guy. I'm guessing he was probably 7 foot, if close to 7 foot, if not 7 foot tall. Could kick the ball like hell too. I was quite impressed by anyone over there kicking the ball. But anyway, right at the 2-minute mark, they kind of raced down there. And they they kicked that goal right through there, and boom, it was done and over. You could just see Collingwood just kind of get deflated. They're like, shit, how are we going to get through this? And that was kind of the end of the game here. I was actually real impressed I'm still impressed by the speed of the game. And I know I'm not really big into or not getting really into the analytics of the game or anything. It's only because I really don't know a whole lot about this yet. I'm still learning. I'm actually kind of getting back into rugby here too, which is New Zealand rugby. I'm not sure how many people from New Zealand watch Australian football, and how many Australian football watch New Zealand rugby. I don't know how those two kind of transition, kind of cross over. There's some similarities, but I don't know if those two countries kind of watch each other's sports. I don't know. I believe it was by Sky Sports, which is if you guys don't know, is a very huge sports network. It's kind of a global network, other than ESPN over here in America, which ESPN I don't know if they have proprietary rights to American stuff over here, or I know the Sky Sports can kind of tap into their stream because ESPN's done it here too for F1 racing, and Korean baseball, I believe, is on Sky Sports too. But yeah, kind of getting back into this here, it was a very good game. I thought, oh God, this is going to be, when I first seen it, I'm like, what are these guys talking about, man? They say it's a good game and already racing out to like a 3-goal lead. I think 3 or 4-goal lead. I can't really remember what that was. Actually, the Eagles started out first. They had a chance to go a 1-goal or 6-point lead. And then they ended up only getting a point, and then Collingwood just kind of just raced it right on back with a good ball control, too. I was actually real impressed with that. Good ball control and opportunities to strike, too. That was very good as well. A lot of pushing and shoving, too. I was real, and some punches kind of being thrown that I seen that the referees didn't catch. I don't know if that's legal over there. I'm assuming it is because it was never really called or told the guys to kind of calm down, or kind of yellow cards coming out. I guess they kind of use yellow and red like soccer. For an American, it's soccer. For everybody else, it's football, or actually football, which is real football. You kick a ball with your foot. Yeah, I was very impressed by it. I want to watch some actual live games on here now. I went ahead and I kind of looked at some of the sports packages here for the American Football League. I don't know if those are Australian dollars, but man, it was like $165 for the season. And I don't know how long a season goes here either. Now, they're in the southern hemisphere, while America's in the northern hemisphere. So I don't know how close to the equator they're playing at here either. In Melbourne, this last one was in Melbourne, which was September 29th, which I think for them would be kind of coming into the summer months, and us kind of getting into the maybe into the early spring, I guess would be for them, and would be early fall for us up here in America. But I kind of know I'm bouncing around here just a little bit. I'm trying to think back about what I was watching here. It was a really, really good game. I'm glad that you guys over there, if any of you guys are on Reddit and kind of watch my videos, which I highly doubt, thank you for recommending this game. I'm probably going to go out to the New Zealand site and ask, hey, where are some good games that are right up here on YouTube? I'll go ahead and I'll put the link on this here down in the comments below, because I was actually very, very impressed with what I saw. And yeah, I'm gonna actually get back into the Australian football here too. Well, one thing to kind of point out here, I seen that Hungry Jacks, I guess is one of the sponsors or one of the teams. I can't remember, or maybe the sponsor of the AFL, or maybe just the game. Eerie similar to the Burger King logo over here in the States. Very eerily similar. I don't know if they're by the same kind of branch or the overall kind of what kind of category they fall into, or the big conglomerate they go into, but it was very eerie similar. I'm like, man, that looks like the old Burger King logo, right? I think it was Hungry Jacks over there. That may be a burger place over there. I'm just assuming. I've never been over to Australia before, but guys, let me know what you guys think of this video down below. If anyone from Australia or New Zealand is actually watching this video, go ahead and drop a comment down below. I actually really enjoyed this. I think there was a couple of other ones that were kind of going on here too, which was about 10, 12. I think one was almost 20 years ago, kind of coming up on here in the early 2000s. There's another good game. Don't know if I'm going to go back and watch those, but I figure I might. But this one was a really, really good game, guys. If you want to actually watch a game, and just for the aspect of just watching it and knowing how the precision of strikes that are coming on here and how they maneuver the ball and all that sort of stuff, I would actually... Australian rules football is very, very fast-paced, much faster than the NFL, National Football League, American football, which is over here. I would kind of consider that probably to basketball, even faster pace than basketball. You have the one big round cricket arena, which holds, I think they said there was over 100,000 people here too. Very, very, very nice stadium there too in Melbourne. I can't remember what the place is over there. Like I said, I've never been to Australia. That's on my bucket list to kind of check off here, but I'm starting to ramble on here, guys. I apologize for kind of bouncing all over the place here. I hope you guys kind of got the gist of the video. I'm sitting here working right now. It is a Wednesday. I just figured I'd put a video out here I think today's Wednesday. Working from home over here in the States, they've got us on a, if you can work from home, do it kind of thing. And the days are starting to blend together. I think today's Wednesday. Tuesday. Wow. Tuesday, as you can tell here, guys. All right, guys, I'm starting to ramble on. I'm going to take off here, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.